As far as Guru and Gang Starr, we started Gang Starr Enterprises, which consists of me, Guru's sister Trish, his nephew Justin, and his son Casey, which he's not old enough to handle the bigger level of it, so his mother's involved. Shout to Lana, affiliated together. It's the right thing to do. I mean, I would never do it any other way anyway. And I'm happy to be able to share the wealth of what Guru deserves to still collect and make sure his family gets half of that, you know what I'm saying, and do whatever they need to do to extend, the well-deserved earnings of all the greatness that Guru left behind. And I'm glad that I've been documenting footage since around 91, 92, even with the old 8mm tapes and all that. We've been just recording and filming our journey, because I was always just a filmaholic. I was always just film, which now I'm glad I've been doing it, because we have hundreds of tapes, hundreds. And that's a beautiful thing, because we have so much to pull from, so much that we could do, and then on top of that, it got to the point with I remember we went on Common's tour for Electric Circus with Floetry and Talib Kweli. And I remember Guru was like, yo, man, everybody's got DVDs coming out now, and we have no DVDs. We need to start filming more stuff of us on the road besides just what you already have. So that's when we started taking guys on the road with us, and we did 2 cameras per, 2 camera guys, and including my tour manager was one of my camera guys. And from there, learning a brand new camera, that's when 24p came out. And they was like, yo, we're gonna figure this out and start filming it. And we got so much documented, from fighting to shows to everything. A lot of people fail to realize me and Guru have a lot of silly moments where we're the silliest guys around. We clown around a lot. Yeah, we fight like anybody else does. Most great groups fight. That's not abnormal. That's why when people talk about drugs, drinking, sex, fighting, that's part of entertainment, period. Be it sports, be it acting, be it singing, whatever. That's just part of our lifestyle, Groupies, all that, that's part of the lifestyle. So it's not strange when the crazy stuff is heard around our circles of all the weird stuff that goes on. So the good thing is I am never going to mess up the legacy of what he put into it, or mine, especially once we got together. Being a Gang Starr, went through 3 generations before it got to me. And then all those people I know, they know me, we all communicate, we're all on the same page. And then shout to Big Suge, who was one of the founders, and that part is even a great thing. And one thing I always say, that at Guru's funeral, we had a private funeral that his father totally took over and said, I'm doing the funeral, it's my way, and ain't nobody else doing nothing, it's gonna be my way. And his father, who really, really arranged it so well and made sure that it was organized right, written up right. He reached out to me and said, hey, I need you, and Suge was Sugar Bear before he went to jail. He goes, hey, I need you and Sugar Bear to speak at the funeral, are you gonna do it? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. It's just Guru's dad, the first black Supreme Court judge in Boston, back when it was really, he's getting death threats and things like that back in that era. Hell yeah, I was like overwhelmingly happy that he asked me to do it. And we didn't write it down. Me and Suge didn't write it down. We spoke off the head, had the entire crowd laughing. I was telling all these funny little things that me and Guru used to do. And it was all old timers. Guru's family's humongous, big family. And it was just good to see them know that we were really true parts of his life, that you can never ever strike away from what made our legacy so great. So we got to get that closure. We now own all the rights to everything, to even the $7 grand stuff. We have all the rights now. We had to go through a process in court, these last 3 years, but we won, and now everything belongs to us. So now we're just getting in the process. That's why I've been just waiting until everything was lined up where we could start to do those types of things. So we will be putting out things of that nature, Gang Starr documentaries, all that stuff.
He said, I'm buying a one-way ticket and I'm not going here until I get an album. And so for me, it's all about dedication.
But Madonna, she's sitting there telling the kids, you know what this is? This is Big Daddy Kane. He's a famous rapper.
And they was like, no, you Gangsta Gibbs. You need to have this. And so, because I'm Gibbs, they just felt that I just wanted an AK-47 with me at all times.
They're trying to provoke black people into getting into a racial war.